Hello friends, welcome to the session on mobile programming. In this session, we'll be discussing about different versions of the Android operating system. In this session, we will see that what are the different versions that are available with the Android operating system. As we know that the Android operating system is very popularly used in most of the mobile phones, and therefore we will see how these versions are upgraded over a period of time. The first version that was released by the Google was in 2008, and we are in 2022, and you will find that a lot many versions have been introduced by the Google in the period of time. In this session, we will see what are these different versions, what are the names of these different versions, and what are the features that are being associated with these different Android versions. Friends, as you know that you are viewing this session on my YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to the channel so that you can watch many other educational videos in the subjects of electronics and computer science. So let us start the session with the question what we mean by the different versions of the Android operating system. Friends, you know that whenever a software is developed, then the software is developed in steps. So it is not possible to develop a software in one attempt only. The different versions will refer to the different forms of the software that are being available over a period of time. Android operating system is also developed over a period of time. So in the early days, when it was introduced in 2008, actually there was a version called as 1.0, where the application programming interface API level was one only. So this API level is being required in order to connect to the internet so that we can send the data from the mobile phone over the internet. So there was no code name, version number was 1.0. The next version was also called as 1.1. API level was 2, and there was no code name associated. So after 2009, the names were allotted to the different versions of the Android, such as Kitkat is the version 1.5, which was released with API level 3 in 2009. Then Donut 1.6, Eclair 2.0 to 2.1, which was release date was 2009, and the API level was 5 to 7. Then we have Froyo, then we have Gingerboard, Honeycomb, Ice Cream Sandwich. So these are the different versions where one can easily observe that the name of the desserts were given to the earlier versions of the Android operating system. Also, you will find that the version number goes on increasing, the API level also goes on increasing. We have in 2018 the version called as Pi, of which the version number is 9.0. Later on, we have Android 10, and which was released in 2019, which has the API level of 29. And then in 2020, the Android 11 was introduced by the Google with API level 30. So after 10, you will find that no code name is being associated. That is only the number 10 and 11 were associated with the Android versions. So let us understand what these different versions are and what actually they offer to the user. As shown in this window, you will find that the Google will also release a kind of image that will represent each and every version of the Android operating system. So this is the Android 10, and this is the symbol or image that is being used for Android 11. So in the early days of Android, there was no code name. And as I said, in 2008, the first version 1.0 was released. And this version used to support the web browsers, and it used to support the web browsers in such a way that it can show the HTML and XML web pages, camera, access, webmail server, and it will also consist of the different applications such as Google Calendar, Google Maps, Google Sync, Google Search, Google Talk, instant messaging, media player. Notifications appear in the status bar. So YouTube video player, alarm clock, calculator, diaries, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth support was being provided in these versions. Later on, we have a version 1.5, which is being called as Cupcake version, which was released in 2009, and a desert name is being given to this version. So it has actually a Linux kernel of 2.6.27. It supports the third-party virtual keyboard, video recording, and playback in MPEG-4, copy and paste feature, animated screen translations, auto rotation facility, ability to upload a video to the YouTube, upload photos to the Picasa, and check the phone usage history was provided in this version. Later on, we have version 1.6 called as Donut, where it consists of the several features such as voice and text entry, search, bookmark history, contacts, web, speak a string of the text, faster camera access, multiple photos deletion, and it will support text-to-speech engine and screen resolutions. Later on, we have an Android version 2.1 called as Eclair, which was released in 2009, and it is based on the Linux kernel 2.6.29. So it will consist of several new features such as account sync, Microsoft Exchange, email support, Bluetooth, ability to tap the contact photo, select to call, SMS, ability to search, MMS messages, delete time, the oldest history automatically, and when the defined limit is being reached, minor API and bug fixes were provided in this version. Later on, we have a version 2.2.3, which was released in 2010, and this is being called as Android 2.2 or Froyo. This was released, which is based on the kernel, Linux kernel 2.6.32. So it consists of several new features such as speed, memory, performance optimization, then the integration of Chrome's V8 JavaScript engine into the browser application, support Android Cloud to device message service, adopt Flash support, security update, and performance improvement were there. The next version was 2.3.7 Gingerbread, which was released on the Linux kernel 2.6.35. It consists of many new features such as support for extra large screen resolution, updated user interface design with increased simplicity and speed, enhanced copy-paste functionality, select a word by press holding, support near-field communication NFC, headphone virtualization, and new download manager. So one can easily observe that whatever the Android phones that we are using today, all of these features were not provided from the first version itself. Many new features were added considering the every upgrade of the Android operating system. So a lot of bugs normally used to appear whenever a new software is developed. So the developer has to fix the bugs for the Nexus mobile phones, voice and video chat using Google Tap. Then the network performance for Nexus and Gmail application battery efficiency has been improved over a period of time, and the voice search bug or Google Wallet support was being provided in these versions. Later on, we have a version 3.2.6 called as Honeycomb, which was released in 2018, which will consist of the features such as holographic user interface for the tablet. It will consist of added system bar, simplified multitasking, then bar design in the keyboard, then quick access to the camera, exposure, hardware acceleration. So several new features such as Google Book, Wi-Fi lock, hardware support is being improved, and a lot of modes such as aeroplane mode was being supported in this version. Later on, we have a version called as the ice cream sandwich, which was released in 2011, which will consist of refinement to the hollow interface. Then it will also consist of the several integrated screenshot capture, then Error correction is being improved copy and paste functionality. Photo editor is improved, minor bugs were fixed, and there was a lot of improvement in the graphics of the Android operating system. The later version was introduced in 2012 called as Jellybean, which will consist of many new features such as the gestures to expand collapse notifications, lock screen improvement, multiple user account, new clock application, Bluetooth low energy support, volume for incoming call, 4K resolution support was provided in this version, and native emoji support and bug fixes were there. The next version in 2013 was being called as a Kitkat, and this is the version which will provide the many new features such as wireless printing capability, web views based on the Chromium engine, sensor batching, built-in screen recording feature, better application compatibility, camera application loads Google Plus photos instead of galleries. So these features were provided in the version Kitkat, which was introduced in 2013. Later on, we have an Android version called as a Lollipop, or many times it is called as an Android L, which was officially introduced in 2014. It will support the 64-bit CPUs. It will support print previews, material design, project quota for battery life improvement, multiple user accounts, audio input and output through the USB devices, Wi-Fi network connection, support for multiple SIM cards, drive protection, high definition voice calls, and native Wi-Fi calling support. So a lot of improvement were provided in the Android L version. Next, we have a version Android Marshmallow, which was Android version 6.0, and it is also called as Android M, and it was introduced in 2015. So this will provide many new features such as app standby feature, and it will also provide a better battery life, native fingerprint reader support, runtime premises request, USB-C support, Unicode 7.0 and 8.0 emoji support was provided in this version. Later on, we have Android version 7.0, and this release consists of many new features such as file-based encryption, zoom in the screen, picture-in-picture support, support manager API, then circular app icon support was provided in this version. The later version was Android 8.0, which was introduced in 2017. So this will provide many new features such as support for Unicode 10.0. It will provide the Google Play Protect, integrated printing support, neural network API, shared memory API, Android Oreo Go edition, autofill framework, automatic light, and dark themes were provided in this version. The next version was Android 9.0 called as Pie, and this version was officially released in 2018. It will consist of many new features such as it has been improved the battery percentage over a period of time. The Android 10 is the 10th version, and it is also called as Android Q, and this version was released in 2019. It contains many new features such as permission to access location in the background floating setting panel, support for AV1 video codec, support for biometric authentication, and support for WPA3 Wi-Fi security. Android 11 consists of was released in 2020, and the name was Android 11. The alphabetic naming system of the Android based on the digit was stopped since Android 10, and therefore this Android system is being called as Android 11. It provides many new features such as conversations. You can get all messages in one place. It will provide accessibility. So the perceptive app help us to control and navigate our phone using the voice commands. It will provide device control. That is, we can control all our connected devices IoT from the single point. It will provide the content capture with a screen recording feature that captures our phone current screen activity. It will provide the predictive tools by capturing our habits and patterns of working. It will provide privacy and security. It will provide more security and privacy compared to that of earlier versions of Android operating system. And it will also provide the media support so that we can play music from the other devices connected to our phone. So friends, thank you for viewing the session. Hopefully you have understood how the Android operating system for mobile phones is developed over a period of time, and many people have contributed into the development of this operating system. And you will find that in coming years also, many new versions of the operating system will be released by the Google as per the requirement of the time. Thank you all.